If I told you they would all stay, you'd call me a liar, right? And I know that. And I'm not going to say that because I think here's, let me just go to this, kind of transferring and all that. You guys know I'm on that transfer committee, and I need to get off of it because what's happening now, I mean, it's like a fad. Everybody, hey, pick up and go. You're going to have to compete. I don't care where you go. You want to transfer to X school, you're going to have to compete. If somebody tells you like you're the best player, then their team's not very good. And you're the new guy they don't know anything about. I don't get that. You're going to have to compete. Now, at wide receiver, you're going to play 3-4 guys at a time. You're going to play 2 tight ends at a time. You're going to rotate tailbacks throughout the game. You're going to play multiple, except the quarterback, right? Except the quarterback. And that's the one position that they're going to come and compete. I got no doubt our quarterbacks are competitors. I don't know what's going to happen, but you're right. There's only one guy back there pulling the trigger. There's only one football on the field, and I don't ever worry about our players. It's all the outside noise that tells them, you should go here, you should go there, you should do this. And I really honestly believe those guys, they think about their future that way, and if that's not going to work out here, they go somewhere else, but they're going to love it here. They're going to enjoy the development here. I'm proud. I saw an article. It was like a old Bill Parcells like checklist of what he had for quarterbacks coming into a draft, and people can call it outdated, whatever, but he had a plan, right? Meet these criterias, then you were probably going to be a first-round pick or whatever. I think you guys might have saw that. Well, Brett Rypien was 7 for 7. Ryan Finley was 7 for 7. And Ryan Finley happened to be a part of this program. I know he left, but Eli Drinkwitz ran the stuff that we ran when he was here. Very similar. I saw it. We talked about it. Talked to Eli about his opportunity at App State. And, the goal at App State is to win the Sun Belt Conference Championship and a bowl game with class, integrity, and academic excellence. Sound familiar? Right? So there's a lot of things that translated from here into what he's doing, and proud as hell of Eli and where he's at. He's worked his tail off to be in that position. Those guys, he's a grinder. He's a grinder, and he's smart, and he's going to do a great job at App State. But I look at like a Ryan Finley and guys that have been in our system and how we develop guys and things they've learned. I think they're going to be successful quarterbacks. So I think the guys here, they see that. If they develop the right way, they'll have a chance to play. I don't know who that's going to be. But I also know that just like in Ryan's case, he didn't end the season as the starter. Brett came in, things happen. So sometimes you leave too soon, you miss that opportunity where you were at and where you want to be. So it's a fine line there. We're going to let these guys compete. We will not have a starter out of spring ball. I'll tell you that right now. We'll not have a starter going into fall camp. We'll have a starter about 10 days out from when we play against Florida State. We might have 2 guys that I would tell you that might rotate and play that game a little bit. But once we decide, you guys will know this is the decision we're going to make. He's going to be the starter. This guy might be nipping at his heels. So if he doesn't go in there and perform well, maybe we still have that competition. But that really hasn't been the case. And, one guy that I think people are leaving out because he's injured is Chase Cord. Chase Cord's a good player.
Well, I'm counting him as one of the freshmen.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's a young guy, and it's unfortunate because Chase was doing so well. Chase is doing everything he can as a quarterback right now with a bum knee that he's still trying to get healthy that anybody could be doing. Hank Bachmeier is in there grinding away, and he didn't know anything, right? I mean, it's just like everything's a surprise to him. Caden's the same way. Jalen's a senior. He's ahead of the game a little bit. He got a chance to play a little bit more and be a part of last year's team. So Riley Smith, ahead of the game now, and physically getting better. Zach Matlock, who's here, is a walk-on right now, but improving and getting better. So we have good depth. We have competition. We're young. You're young. So naturally, like, you see these guys all transferring and going different places. And I don't know what that means because you get all hyped about a guy that transferred. Why do you leave him? If he was that good, why did he leave in the first place? He's going to go here now. They still got to play. So maybe the no-namer, whoever that is, they end up being the guy, and those are the ones you look at down the road that are good players and starters at a lot of places. I just don't know. I like our guys right now, but I got to go watch them in spring, and I'll tell you after about day 4 and what I know our defense will do to them, we'll know if they're going to stay or not. That's probably the best answer. They might be. I know Brett's first year when he came in early, about practice 13, he was like, I just want this over. And it was, but what did he do? He learned along the way, and he's obviously a phenomenal person and his character. So